This is Malik's Rhapsody.
From the rolling hills of the Taita, the rumbling sandstorms of Chaldi Desert, the rippling waves of the Indian Ocean, the evergreen tea plantations of Kericho, the coffee trees in Moranga, the eye-catching views of Lake Victoria, and the city of all cities, Nairobi City. This is Malik's Rhapsody. The dictionary describes a rhapsody as a work of art, literally or otherwise, that has no formal structure, meaning it cannot be categorized in any particular genre. Here we are, this is a platform. It started off in a different manner many years ago. Here we are again, back. I wouldn't call it a debut, but yes, for Malik's Rhapsody, this is a debut. Here we are is a platform that brings on board all manner of topics, that brings on board all manner of issues, that involves and includes all types of people, different backgrounds, different races, religion, other ethnicity, you name it. It's a safe space. Of course, guided by reason and wisdom, we try and delve deep into issues that are affecting us at the moment, recent moment, or issues that would affect us in the coming years. My name is Malik. I'm your host for Malik's Rhapsody, and here we are, unstructured, uncensored. Three topics. I keep repeating this over and over again. My close friends know. Three topics that I will try so hard not to touch, because I believe that those three topics are the foundational, fundamental structure of where conflict comes in. And one of the topics that I really run away from is marriage. Reasons better known to myself is a sensitive, very touchy topic. The second topic is religion. Your faith is your faith, and I think the third topic we'll talk about family. Yeah, let's say family. Family is family. Let's keep it safe. Let's keep it protective. We can discuss issues surrounding these topics, but we will not pontificate or wish to appear to direct how you, my sisters, my brothers, my father and my mothers, my sons and my daughters are going to follow in terms of these particular sensitive issues. Again, welcome. This is Malik's Rhapsody. A rhapsody, again, we say, is an unstructured format of a literally piece of work or art that does not fall in any particular genre. So we shall not take any particular format. This is us opening up discussion as it comes to us. What are we discussing today? I know many of you might be wondering, and I say, let's see. I think we could begin from the start and ask ourselves. The other day I Googled, I used Gemini to check on AI who is Malik Murray. And Gemini said that Malik Murray is a writer who writes about what is being Kenyan, who writes about the ethnic identity of Kenya. What is the identity of being Kenyan? And he just used two sentences. And I said, wow, my life is that brief. And I said, my eulogy is already written. But then again, I looked at the wisdom of AI. Allow me to use wisdom for lack of a better word. And I said, wait a minute. Is it possible? Because it's making a lot of sense. Is it possible that everything that I have written, whether I'm writing in support of a particular side or another, I have taken sides politically, let me own up, and that's the nature. I studied political science at the university. I have ran for office unsuccessfully. I still remain in the, what do you call it, in the vicinity of politics. I work for government now, but a government is a political entity in itself. So I said, listen, everything that I've ever written questions what being Kenyan is. Everything I've ever written talks about what is nationalism, what are we Kenyan just because we find ourselves in the same uh, place? Like the boundaries. Are we Kenyan because Kenya has been defined as a state? And if I can remember my schooling well, my memory fails me. I think they defined a state as a unit that has a defined standing army. It has a defined boundary or border. It is internationally recognized, and I can't remember the other. It has a definite population. This is quite some years back. It has a definite population. So are we Kenyan just because we meet the definitions of being in a country called Kenya? What is being Kenyan? What is the one thing aside from the stereotypical, the usual, people out there, you ask about Kenyan, they know about our athletics and our athletes. They know about our coffee, and tea. They know about sports, also rugby. When rugby was doing well, they know about Safari Rally. They know about the Big Five, okay, tourism, and of course we were also made infamous by the political upheavals that this country undergoes ever so often, and then we still ask ourselves, what is Kenya? What is Kenya to each and every of the 42 plus tribes? What is being Kenyan? Okay, society is stratified in various levels and in different manners, and it is not we who did it. We just found it happening that way. If we are not being divided between tribes and regions, we are busy being categorized in terms of age. We saw that playing out during the last excuse me, Gen Z, let me call it fiasco respectfully. We saw it being played out. Ageism. We are divided between gender roles that we play, the male and female. We are divided between faith, religion, and ethnicity is not necessarily a bad thing. Ethnicity is an identifier. The Christians can be an ethnic community in terms of they identify by virtue of worshipping the same way. The Muslims would also do the same thing. Then we would also have, say, like pastoralists sharing an identity. And that could be a way of defining them. Okay, we would also have things we call, like, one of the biggest things that people shy away from discussing is class. And sometimes you find the levels of money that one makes, or the levels of success that one comes across in terms of office and money and ability, and might, fiscal might, and things like this. You find the more these things that divide us, those lines tend to blur as you go higher. So you find when the big boys with money sit together, the last thing they think about is, hey, you're Embu, you're Somali, you're Turkana, you're Kipsigis. That's the last thing they think about. Go to members clubs. Go to members clubs, even the sports clubs and everything, and you rarely get to feel the division of disunity that is based on tribe. The lines blur as you go higher. But also something very interesting that would counter that argument. In school, I was taught that it is important to lay an argument, giving its pros and also its cons. And I'm also thinking, because I have been to the lowest of the low. I have slept in dwellings that are unimaginable. I've slept in the slums previously. I have had friends from there. We have eaten, drank, walked with them. And surprisingly also, in between here, the higher you go, the lines blur in terms of tribe. Surprisingly also, as you go down, the lines also blur. So the people are down here who are at the lowest, those who are brought together by poverty, and sometimes even they don't even know that they are poor because they manage their lives at that level. Down there, people are so together that the lines also blur. Going up here, the lines blur. Hapa katikati, my dear friends, hapa katikati ndio shida iko. This middle here this middle class here is a problem, if you ask me. This middle class here is a challenge, and I know people who are experts in, sociology will tend to differ or agree with me also at some point. But that's the truth. Up there, the lines are blurred. Down there, completely the lines are blurred. Here in the middle is where the heat is on. The heat is so on that in every appointment, in every argument, even on social media, somebody, Mr. X, posts a photo saying this or that, a comment or something saying this or that, and all of a sudden the comments take tribal, angles. And the people up there, the big boys, are not on social media. And even those down there completely are not on social media. So you find these people in the middle here are the problem, are the people who keep amplifying the differences among us. And differences are not necessarily negative, They could be just mere identifiers. My people, tell me what you think. Tell me what being Kenyan is. Tell me what you're proud of about being Kenyan. Let's forget about the issues that are neither here nor there. And let's keep these conversations going. As always, I always advocate for decency. I always advocate for respect. I always advocate for fairness. I am not in any way out to control the discussion here. Go at each other, but do it in a manner that builds this conversation moving on forward. My name is Malik, and this is Malik's Rhapsody. Asante sana, na tuendelee, keep it locked. Shukran. May God bless you.
This was Malik's Rhapsody.